Let's move on to the start of the show. First topic I want to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Are people still wearing masks in late 2022?
Yeah.
Which
I still see every day.
So last week I'm at a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese restaurant.
In New York?
Yes. The people walk in, and it's like 6 of them together in a crowd.
Uh-huh.
Now, you know who they voted for
Yeah.
right away when you see them, right? Mm-hmm. And they're all wearing N95 masks.
Oh, God.
The big fucking...
So, also, like, I bet you these people look incredibly weak, incredibly soft, like effeminate men.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold themselves up in a fight, do anything.
It was like, I think it was 3 chicks and 3 guys, and... they were all very interracial. There was like one member of each group represented, and I was sitting there thinking,
really?
I was like, I thought that doesn't exist because commercials lead you to believe that everybody's like perfectly dissected into,
right?
You know what I mean?
Dude, especially these.
What's a water?
All these, I'm good. All these stupid advertisements for all these drugs and stuff. It is always like gay people making out, interracial couples, like just throwing it in your face.
Yeah, an Indian man with a black woman.
Just and then raising like a solid white baby.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
That's not that far-fetched.
I know.
But anyway, they come in, and it's just like the weirdest group of people I've ever seen, and they're all wearing N95 masks. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about the regular masks. We're talking about those heavy-duty ones. That gives you like an 80% chance of not getting COVID.
It's because they don't want to give up. They just don't want to give up.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, like, this is a small restaurant. Honestly, this restaurant is maybe a little bit bigger than this room that we're sitting in.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit. They all come in, they sit down, wear them for like a moment. She comes over with the menu, and then they all take them off and enjoy their dinner. And this place is packed, by the way. So it's late 2022. People are still wearing masks.
Which, like I said, I get back when it all started, if the evidence wasn't fully out there. But now at this point in time, like, it is completely solid out there that this is not going to work. It was all sham.
They've done some research on masks, right? Some of the data that's backed up now is that like cloth masks only give you like a 50% chance of not catching COVID.
Yeah.
The surgical masks, it's like 60 something percent, and then the N95s are 80 odd percent.
Yeah.
So it's not bona fide wearing it.
And then also too, when you go to sit at the table, you take it off. It's like all that
goes to nothing, right?
Right, immediately.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they come in, they sit down, they're all sitting very close together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're that afraid of COVID that you are wearing an N95 mask,
yeah.
I wouldn't think you'd want to go to a small restaurant and be at a table of 6 people in close proximity.
I think it's just kind of like this odd ego thing to show, like, hey, I'm there doing the right thing for society.
Yeah, that's what I want to get at. It's guys.
It's an ego thing.
If you're watching it, enough with the masks. I don't give a shit.
Stop. Yeah.
Just get COVID and get over it. Stop being a pussy.
And also, too, look into the real evidence. It's all a fraud.
It really
is. It's all a fucking... And it's really...
If you want to talk conspiracy now, let's have it.
These people ahead of this stuff need to be charged as war criminals.
Yeah.
They're doing worse than what the Nazis did on the whole entire world, and realize you have had a weaponized virus put onto you. That is the straight up thing.
The nation got their...
And it's people that live in this country. Yeah. You fucking morons.
And even at the start, at the start of COVID when it happened, if you want to wear a mask, I never thought the masks were effective. Not even from day one. I just always
thought it was stupid.
It was like, I'll wear this because I need to go out and get things done.
Right, because otherwise you had people screaming at you.
Yeah.
Which was retarded.
Yeah, but I never felt like... Because first of all, they get pretty dirty.
Right, I know. Dude, I'd wear the same mask for 2 weeks. It was literally brown.
Right, I know.
It's so disgusting.
It has your mouth spit in it, that gunk. You know that gunk that gets on your lips?
Right, and it looks like someone pulled it out of the sewer.
Mine looked like a dirty
I would do it on
diaper.
purpose, so it would be so disgusting. So it just showed like, hey, this is not effective. I'm literally just wearing... And probably that's why my immune system's so good, that I just breathe in feces all day long.
Wearing underwear with skid marks, I think, is about as effective as
pretty much
a mask.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, because you think it barely... Dude, even when I was at the emergency room a few weeks ago... I had to wear a mask, and I put it on, and it was here, and the lady flipped out that it wasn't, like, up to here.
Oh, up to your...
I was like, you fucking bitch.
First of all, you have a long beard. You know how much, like, crumbs, dry jizz are in that thing?
And also, too, the mask is on the beard, so it covers like this. It looks so retarded.
It doesn't even, like, fit up correctly.
It looks hilarious, honestly.
Really does. Yeah, guys, I love guys with big, thick beards that were wearing masks. And so, like, the mask is, like, about this far off your fucking face, and, like, that beard has all that it's got skin flakes and jizz and fucking crumbs and and dicks, what have you.
Well, it's like basically now, it's like stop holding on to your dream that you're some virtuous person and realize, everyone needs to realize this. This was created by man and weaponized and launched on the whole entire world.
Yeah.
And same thing with the whole, we'll just say stabbies agenda. Like these are legitimate things that were meant to kill people and collapse the economy and everything. Like that's the whole agenda.
Yeah.
And and that's not a conspiracy. That is backed up by all the science and all the evidence. So you have to join the team of like, hey, I don't like people fucking with me and releasing man-made viruses onto society. And the people that were in charge of this need to be tried as war criminals.
And do what you want at the end of the day. It is a free country.
Right,
you want to wear a mask,
you want to wear a diaper on your head, I don't care.
And whatever.
But here's the thing. It's like, you got to realize, like, this was not just something that came out of the jungle or whatever.
Well, so people bring up this point that over in Asian countries, they've been wearing masks for decades, well before COVID. But that's a whole different... First of all, that's a very subservient culture they have.
Right.
They just do as they're told. Over here is the Wild West. I don't want to wear a mask on my fucking face. Like it's obtrusive. You have this on your fucking face all day, hurts your ears.
Well, it's weird.
It really is,
and it's weird too. Like communicating with people when you only see their eyes.
Right.
It's fucking weird.
It is, and it's not liberating, by any sense. You know, you see a lot of emotion through the cheeks, through the mouth.
Yeah, if
you know what I mean?
you see eyes, you don't see anything. You just see someone's eyes, it gets creepy.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the barricade or the defense of wearing it, against COVID or whatever, it's not. If it was 100%, maybe I'd be more on board with it. But it's so like not like for surefire, like safe, and it's just I find it more obstructive.
Right, it's not like
And that's not what this is not our culture.
And it's also too like
it's not our culture.
I can understand if I had the defense of like a flame retardant suit that like NASCAR drivers wearing if they got caught on fire they could roll around opposed to just wearing just nothing.
Yeah.
But it's not effective like that.
No, not at all. And I think what's more embarrassing too, especially here, is the amount of people that just did it and then got authoritarian about wearing it.
Oh yeah.
Like, and again, when I'm out and about and I see somebody in their car alone wearing a mask,
weird.
I want to drive my car into their car and both of us die in a fiery explosion.
Well, because the thing is, what pisses me off is like I got yelled at by many people over these last 2 years over this shit. And you know what? I just, and there was periods of time where I just wore it to just so I wouldn't get yelled at, but at the same time, oh, God forbid if you didn't have it over your nose, somebody screaming at you.
I literally flew to another state and ate a girl's ass during the height of COVID.
Yeah, sure.
I don't give a shit about COVID. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't either.
Like, you know how gross like life in general is? I'm not going to like go around every day. Like even with the vaccine. It's just like, I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
How like when that became readily available, it was like you need to get it. It was almost like you got ostracized if you didn't want to get it.
It was fucking weird.
You know what I mean?
know.
I haven't gotten it. You right? I've gotten COVID a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Right.
Now if I was old, maybe it would be different. Maybe if I was an old person, I'd go, oh well, I'm in my 80s.
Just do my system, and yet I never got sick once.
Yeah. I think because you're gross, and you probably have gotten every sort of like.
I probably am literally immune to almost everything.
I'm sure you
are.
are.
You could inject me with AIDS and nothing would happen.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of guys butt fucking you would be. Yeah, had
I
no effect.
I wouldn't get monkeypox or anything.
Right.
No, and honestly, people you need to be aware. Like, these people pulled this shit. What's going to be the next step?
Well, yeah.
What's going to be the next? Because they literally
the amount of people too that bought the narrative, I think, was hilarious. Like, oh, it just came from the bats.
Right. Or this shows you how corrupt all the media is in this country, where they would not carry any other story, even though it's beyond overwhelming evidence of what the truth is. But even if you try to say it, you got demonized and shut off of everything.
Well, I do
like literally this is a crime against humanity.
I like how when the lab leak theory came out, you were a nut for even entertaining that thought, and then a year later there was legitimacy given to it, and the mainstream media did start covering it.
Yeah.
And then finally that's okay to talk about. But literally, like, it seems plausible. I don't know. Somebody pointed out that the lab over in China is called the Coronavirus Research Lab.
Yeah.
Where this originated from.
Yeah.
So that's not absurd for it to be a lab leak.
And also, too,
given the title of
and
the
it wasn't
lab.
even a lab leak. This was like engineered and just launched onto the population. It wasn't even leaked from a lab. It was literally just weaponized.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Like,
no,
if you don't get upset about this and understand this, they're gonna do it again with something worse. Because it's the only way it will stop if people bring enough attention and scream about it.
Yeah, well, really, what we want to I don't want to get into a long COVID thing. I mean, I've really fretted about even bringing up the topic on the show, but it's. I feel like we're now at the tail end of it. But the fact that we're still seeing people wearing masks, it just brings up this point of how sick I am of how subservient.
Well, dude, here's the next step, because this is literally the plans. Is the Corona thing, and then once this dies down, they're going to bring the climate change thing.
Well, they already are.
But they're going to bring it to where they're locking people down. You're going to have climate lockdowns, and even now, people that have smart thermometers in other countries, or even this happened in Denver a few weeks ago, where they shut down the person's thermostat and said there was a climate emergency or something, and you weren't allowed to turn on your air conditioning or anything. So they're going to ramp this stuff up, and then people are going to be so concerned about the environment, even though it's all sham. It's all sham.
I see articles about it every day. There's one. I saw an article today about a super iceberg that's melting at an alarming rate.
And you know this is also what's fucked up. Go on Google Earth. They blot out all of the Antarctic and the North Pole. It's all blotted out, so you don't actually even know what's going on.
He's not wrong about that.
They blot all the shit out because they're lying about everything.
Yeah, it's so basically. Before we wrap this up, the point is, stop being subservient.
Yeah.
Question authority. Don't get mad at people that don't want to wear the mask.
Right.
You should get mad at I mean, I'm sorry, there hasn't even been a thorough investigation into the Chinese government and how this originated.
Right.
There still hasn't been one.
Well, dude,
the fact that we are not even on the brink of war over this.
Well, dude,
it's crazy.
It's because we established the Chinese government and we work together. It's just all a scam.
Yeah.
It's everything. That's the thing. You should question everything you've ever been told and everything you're being told, because I'm telling you, I have looked into everything. Everything is legitimately a fucking lie.
He's got the documents.
I got the documents. I really do.
It really does.
Honestly, and it's so bad that I am literally afraid to tell people, because it will crush your soul. How fucked up everything is.
And stop wearing your masks in your car, you pussies, you fucking babies.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Please give up.
Enough with
it
this.
Already.
It's annoying me.
Get upset that this was weaponized and brought upon society. That's really the main thing you need to be concerned about, not the fucking mask.
Now, Derek, do you want to watch the people who are just mindlessly brainwashed and wear the mask?
Yeah.
And they're good little boys and girls?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's check this out, guys. So, get into the
mask cringe compilation. Thank God the Queen died.
Right. Fuck the Queen. We don't care.
Well, here's the whole thing, too.
Dude, today's 9/11, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard more about the Queen than I have about 9/11. Isn't that hilarious?
And here's the thing, too. It's like, what did we fight the Revolutionary War about?
The monarchy.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And here's the thing. The whole Queen and her whole family are not even true English. They're descendants from Transylvania. Like, I believe their lineage goes back to Vlad the Impaler, for real. Like, they're like 2% British.
Yeah, I don't care who they are. It's just when that happened the other day, her passing. I'm sitting here thinking, why would I ever?
You just celebrated July 4th a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did we fight the whole Revolutionary War about? It was against England and Britain and the monarchy.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, thank God, or it's so bad the Queen, and especially Charles that's coming in. He's fucked up. I mean, he's literally.
He's another one of those elite.
Yeah, right.
It's an elite family.
Yeah.
Why are we celebrating people that are? It's nepotism at its worst.
And then the thing too is, like, his friend Jimmy Savile was the biggest child predator on earth, to where he even had a charity at a hospital. He worked there, and he would have sex with the dead bodies of kids.
Oh my
dude,
goodness.
He even admits it. He admits all this shit. So.
Yikes, Amundo.
Pull your fucking heads out of your ass, for real.
All right, now let's watch these people wearing masks.
Yeah.
This is going to probably drive you nuts. It drove me nuts when I watched this.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because we're not protected 100% from COVID. So even if you have your vaccine, you still get it.
So stupid.
Right away.
I mean, honestly, so you got to think about it, every other vaccine you had in your life protected you for your whole entire life.
Yeah.
But this one's like, it's like cheap dollar store batteries where they die out every few days, so you got to keep getting your...
Yeah, and they want you to keep getting boosters.
Yeah, like...
Imagine, if you were so scared of COVID that you got your original vaccine, you got the booster, and then all the upgrades from the... you know how many shots that is?
It's crazy.
How many shots would that be? 10?
Yeah, and here's the thing,
Or more?
honestly, people should be because from what I understand, is like the vaccine needs to be refrigerated, and honestly, if it sits out just for a short period of time, it really just completely just neutralizes it to nothing. So you should be thankful you just took a bunch of dud shots, because otherwise it will kill you.
Fuck that. I'd rather like a doorknob in a public bathroom and take my chance.
Well, dude, that's how you build your immune system. Like, dude, I have not been sick in years.
Right, and you know why? That's probably because you go and eat urinal cakes in public bathrooms.
I'm at Club 76 buying porno DVDs. What do you think?
That's right, everybody.
Why do you think I'm so healthy? I mean, come on.
He really is.
And I'm just eating M&Ms and pretzels.
Right. And your own urine that looks very neon-esque.
I know.
That's why you're so healthy.
I know, really.
Hey, I'm Lisa with Daily Caller. Today we are in Washington, D.C., where a lot of people are still wearing their masks
And first
outside.
off, to Washington, D.C., all this architecture was stolen from another advanced civilization. I'm sorry.
Yeah, D.C., have you ever been to D.C.? It sucks. Can't
No,
stand
my
DC.
parents even told me about it, like, when in the 70s or 80s, like, it was just homeless people everywhere. It's a shithole.
It really is. You got the White House, and then you got a parade of the homeless across the street from the White House.
Yeah.
And that's how every major city is. Philadelphia, it's literally a zombie apocalypse in Philadelphia.
You've been to Philadelphia?
Well, I've only watched shit on YouTube.
Dude, Philadelphia is the worst city I've ever been to. I mean, honestly, and it's
it looks cruddy.
And what's weird about these big cities, it's like it instantly puts me in a rage.
Yeah.
Like Cleveland, it's not too bad, just because it's
pretty
not,
empty.
It's exactly because it's not busy.
There's nobody there.
But the busy cities and everything legitimately it put me in a rage where I see why people shoot.
You know what's a nice little city? Of all the cities I've been to,
Youngstown.
no.
Yeah.
I was at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's not bad. The only thing is just like the hills and the insanity of that. But it's cool.
It's a clean city. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
The golden arches over the
it really is.
the water.
It is a beautiful city.
I don't see that many homeless. I don't see that many cruddy.
A lot of stolen architecture.
Sure, yeah. Everything's. I know it. I know that really upsets you.
Yeah,
of course.
dude.
But
I mean, look at these buildings. Next time they've been cooked out by the sun, you'll see it. They look, and it's not pollution. It's literally because they're cooked out from the sun.
But Atlanta, I've been to Atlanta. That place is a dump. I mean, it's a nice city, but half of it is a fucking dump.
Yeah.
New York City. Do we even have to? Where do I even begin?
Honestly,
Angeles is.
Dude, honestly,
hell.
Right. If I had a time machine, I'd go back to the 70s in New York City. I'd love to witness just the.
Well, I think it was even worse.
It was way worse.
Yeah.
It was 10 times as worse. But it'd be great because you could go to Times Square and instead of being Disneyland, it's just all porno
theater. That's why you like it.
Yeah, right.
You
I know.
Scoundrel.
I love it.
Despite the new CDC guidelines, we're going to ask them why.
Why are you still wearing a mask, and are you vaccinated?
What the hell's in your ear, dude? Is that
Right.
fucking?
He's like, I'm covering my ear holes.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. I am vaccinated, and I am a bit skeptical of their decision.
Because I feel like the coronavirus doesn't go away after the CDC says it's okay.
And his nose is like barely covered.
Right. And also the same thing, too. Were you ever concerned about anything else before this?
No,
Any
you
other
were not.
virus?
No.
You didn't think you have to wear a mask? It's like. Because also the common cold and the flu are just as deadly, if not deadlier.
Everything you do is a risk to your health. Going out in public.
Going to a public bathroom.
Going to a public bathroom. Touching a rail on an escalator.
Yeah. Think about how many people in a big city have touched a railing that just wiped their ass and didn't wash their hands.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of
the bottom of
people.
your shoes, which you bring into your house. You know how dirty the bottom of your shoes are?
I'll lick the bottom
Have
of my
you ever
shoes.
licked the bottom of your own shoes?
I'll lick it right now.
Do it, Derek. Stop being a baby.
Oh boy, that tasted that tasted.
Oh my god. How was that? Salty?
Oh, it's salty as shit.
You gotta give Derek a clap.
Yeah. Thank you. See, that's why I'm so healthy. I can lick the bottom of my shoes. Doesn't matter. I was just in a big city just a few hours ago. Like, come on.
I mean, I thought it was a little premature, the CDC guideline.
It's a little concerning to see that a lot of people outside are not wearing
We
it.
shouldn't be concerned that like the CDC is a totally corrupt organization. Same with the National Institute of Health. Same with everything. It's really
any organization.
People wake up. This government and every institution has been hijacked by criminals who want everyone to die. You got to understand that because that is not even a joke. Yeah. That's really what's going on.
Yeah, it's all controlled by these people in suits in the shadows that make these decisions. You got your
they control the puppet politicians.
Right, First of all, a guy who makes like a couple $100K as a politician is not bossing around suits that make billions.
Or trillionaires, really.
You know, the royal elites.
Right.
They're not the ones bossing them. It's the other way around. Okay?
Right. Look up the Rothschild banking dynasty. It says on Wikipedia that they have $50 trillion.
Yeah.
Those are the people that run the world. Right. Come on.
Yeah.
Other people like to think that it's okay not to wear their mask if they aren't vaccinated. I don't want it to make it look normal that you cannot wear your mask.
What is that suit you're wearing, by the way? Is it a pea coat?
Right.
I thought it was a suit, but now I'm looking at it. It looks like a...
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't
Looks
understand
like a
it.
tablecloth.
It really is weird.
I feel like people still should wear their masks.
Hi, how are you? Why are you still wearing a mask?
Just
Because I'm a pussy that just blindly takes orders.
Yeah, right.
extra cautious for my safety and health.
I mean, when I walk around, sometimes in close proximity to people that aren't masked.
And do you have the vaccine yet?
Yes, I had 2 shots already, fully vaccinated.
And if we are vaccinated, I don't think.
Have you ever gotten a flu shot ever?
Right. Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, have you ever bothered with a flu shot?
Wait, are people this concerned over a flu? I never got the flu shot.
No, I've never in my life. And they put that, and like that's another scam. I feel like they put a dead version of the flu virus in your body.
But at the same time, like if you wanted to like medically thing, that's like how vaccines and stuff are supposed to work. It's like a weakened or dead version, not some whatever the fuck was in this last one. You know?
Yeah. I like here's the kind of vaccine I like. Give me a vaccine where I only got to take it once,
right?
And it's foolproof for the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life, not some recharging because even in England they have posters where it's like vaccines are like batteries, you got to recharge it. It's like, since when?
Fuck that! I'll get something I can charge into the wall.
Honestly, I'd rather just take my chances on.
I really would.
I don't care.
I really would. I can't think of, probably you and I, considering with what we both do, two people that are more in the public.
Right.
Like,
I would say literally my job is the same thing as working in a hospital.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm interacting with so many people, so many sick people all the time.
Yeah.
And I lick the bottom of my shoe and nothing happens.
Honestly, the first chance I got out of my house in like May of 2020, I went out.
Yeah.
And I just did my own thing.
Yeah.
During the COVID, I would go out, drive around, go to restaurants, try to hang out with people. There were some people who were like,
well, you said you had friends that you'd be sitting in the car and your buddy would be wearing the mask or something.
My one friend would, he would wear the mask while we were driving around. And I would lambast him for 40 minutes by being a pussy.
Right.
I'm like, you should drive this car, not with me in it, but into a fucking pole.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that called me, friends of mine, that were scared to death of COVID when it first happened. Like, now again, the first week or two, it was some scary shit. Nobody had any information on it.
Well, and the fact that they shut down all the world basically and everything, you know.
But after a few weeks and the data was coming in, you were starting to get an idea of what this was. You're like, why are we shutting everything down over this?
And also too, like they're talking about these inundated hospitals, but I've seen plenty of things where people call the hospital and they're like, no, we got plenty of space.
Yeah, I don't.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't buy that either, honestly. And like, first of all, people will go to a hospital over a tummy ache.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, how many people went there and they had a small cough, nothing, and they probably freaked out?
Yeah, so a lot of the hospitals that claim they were inundated, I bet there was a lot of fucking freaks there that went there and were like, oh, I think I have COVID.
Yeah.
My eyes feel weird. Like, it just, out of pure panic.
Yeah, for real.
Please,
I know.
Break.
It's all happening so fast. Time will tell just how protected we are with the vaccinations because who knows with the
And they're not that good.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing about it. Like, the vaccines have been barely effective.
Yeah, or actually they've been severely detrimental to people. To where people take them and then they die, and then you hear unfortunate
alleged.
stories.
You gotta say alleged because we can't have this taken down on YouTube.
Oh yeah, right.
Alleged.
Well, there's plenty of things where they give them to kids, and then the next day the kid has a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, and their heads explode.
And these retarded doctors don't want to acknowledge it. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Well, we have to say alleged.
Right, allegedly.
Because we don't want to give. We have to be careful here because we'll get labeled for misinformation.
Oh, okay.
So everything is.
Well, I'm pretty sure
hearsay of what
and I'm pretty sure the UN is gonna within the government are starting a disinformation police force, from what I understand.
Oh, of course.
To combat disinformation when literally all the information has been disinformation.
That's the only way you're gonna combat the people that are dissenting.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
I think they're gonna have a hard time because I'd imagine that the majority of people are on the dissenting route because
I don't know, dude. I think there's so many people that just they're sheep and they will just, if they're being told to go off a cliff because that's what the government or that's what the media wants, they'll do it.
Well, and the sad part is, which I can understand, is like a lot of this stuff is a hard pill to swallow when you realize that everything you've been told and learned your whole life
is a lie.
Is a lie.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm not just saying this example. History and science, all this crap. I mean, we've been told true information but there's so much more. The majority of it has been complete lies, disinformation, a whitewash. basically apologetics where they'll tell you the story, but they'll twist it and make it not seem as bad.
Or
as
they
it
won't
was.
tell you the whole story. They'll give you a
exactly.
little something out of context.
We get 50% of the story, and then since we live in America and the victors write history, we get told the grandized version of just like how great it is, but you don't see the other side of how fucked up a lot of this stuff is. And it's bad. I mean, it's really bad.
Strains that are coming out.
And until we know that the city is safe, I think if you're
piss me
outside,
off.
it's
Oh,
probably
I know.
okay, but like.
And especially
should
too
remain
these
vigilant
weak
in these
young
times.
people.
Yeah, I know. That's like I
it's-
can understand older people that maybe have a legitimate reason to be
Right.
kind of afraid of it. But like if this chick here,
Yeah.
she's fine.
It's the soy boys out there. There's too many soy boys, just like these estrogen-filled men that.
And this chick too. Look at that angry look on her face.
Or imagine, like, dude, if we had some crazy war-like scenario, we have so many weak men in this country that. That's why, actually, in all reality, like, I'm pretty pumped for the future because I know I'm gonna become the leader for real. Like, I mean, I'm pretty excited.
With all that evidence in your trunk, Derek,
Right.
I can see it happening.
I have my huge blocks of property in Youngstown, and dude, eventually the spaceships are gonna land. It's gonna be.
Are you
great.
gonna buy that land, by the way?
Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Derek wants to buy a plot of land in the ghetto.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's like 2 city
And
blocks.
build a haunted mansion.
Right, a haunted castle.
Yeah.
And then, dude, and then I could get a bunch of women impregnated. And,
Yeah, of course.
You know, and they live with me, and I repopulate Youngstown.
Yeah, your fantasy of they're digging you a moat. They're all pregnant, digging
dude,
holes.
I was explaining that to Melissa yesterday. That I was like, I told her I wanted to get at least 1,000 women pregnant. She's like, well, what about? I'll get you pregnant too, but the other ones I got to get pregnant.
What you have to do, Derek, you have to listen. You have to explain to her that she is girlfriend A,
right,
and they're all girlfriend B.
Right, exactly.
There's an order to it.
Yeah, no, that's
so like
true.
you're in charge of the other girlfriends.
Yeah, but she's the main one.
Yeah, she's the main one. But she's in charge. It's like she's in charge of a bunch of sheep in a barn.
Exactly, and she could dictate them however you please.
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean, you're still the king, right? And then
she could, like, these girls, you could be friends with them, but then you can just cut them down when you need to. You know?
Yeah.
But they also will bear my children. So
I do feel like you're the only person I know in real life that could maybe pull that off. I don't know.
I think I could. I mean, I'm working on it.
I'm not sure. I mean, because I've seen you two interact. You know, like you might be able to pull off like multiple girlfriends at once.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like one girlfriend's stressful enough.
Right.
And I could just see you like just completely like having a heart attack dealing with like a fucking group of them.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
But if they know off the bat that they're girlfriend B, you know?
Yeah, but it's not going to sit well with girlfriend A. That's the thing.
Well, if she already knows she's girlfriend A all the time, then you know, we'll try. I'm gonna try it. Really, I was thinking about it this weekend.
Do you actually seriously propose this idea?
Well, I told her that I wanted to impregnate 1,000 women, but I'm like, you're the main one, but the other 1,000, it's like, because I told her it's really about repopulating the earth, and I told her that Genghis Khan populated the planet with so many people could trace their genes back to Genghis Khan.
Right? Yeah. I wonder how many women he fucked in his life.
It's got to be thousands.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And also impregnated all of them too,
Yeah.
which is beautiful.
Yeah. And then just toss them to the side.
Yeah, it's like just raise the fucking kid and get out of here. Which is great. I love it.
And we don't know who has it or doesn't have the vaccine or not. I'm hot.
I think there should be some way where
Dork wearing dude, I can't wear those masks either.
I know they're like fucking duck beaks.
It's like wearing an oven on your face.
I never wore one. Are they that hot?
Oh my god, dude!
Really?
It's like you can't. Like after 10 minutes of it, you're like I'm breathing an oven.
Yeah. And then too, if you have that sunglasses or glass on, it fogs them up and everything.
Yeah, it does.
It's so annoying.
Being vaccinated or not.
Also, by the way, I think the main thing that we haven't even acknowledged yet is that when you go outside, your chances of getting COVID are absolute zero.
Well, I'm pretty sure the virus dies instantly in the sunlight or heat or something.
In the air,
yeah,
where it just goes up. Like you can look this up.
Yeah.
This is data out there that's available. You cannot get COVID just being outside around people. It's indoors around other people.
Yeah, because I'm sure like sunlight kills it, like the heat of it and everything, and
it just dissipates in the air.
Because you then you got to think about they kept everyone inside during this, so it's like they wanted to make sure the virus just completely cooked.
It's a highly contagious virus, especially when you're indoors and there's a lot of people in static. But when you're outside, and this is why this video is hilarious, because they're all fucking outside, and they're all wearing masks.
Look at even the people in the background. All of them are.
I know. I wish an asteroid would hit this town.
I would actually like if an asteroid hit Washington.
It would be great. But if you're wearing a mask and you're outside, you're an uninformed jackass, and that's why I'm looking into the camera,
and it's truly
just to let you know.
Right, and it's truly sad that you're buying into the biggest lie
Yeah.
in really history as we know it
Yeah.
at this point in time, especially in modern history when you think people should be smart and really it's sad.
And information's so available out there.
Right. And it's sad that people still buy into the mainstream because the mainstream is completely been exposed to like everything they promote is just completely.
I mean, I remember
lies.
debating with people about like who this was actually killing, and they're like, "Oh, you can get it when you're young, you can get it when you're gay."
Yeah.
And it's like it literally was only killing one subset of the population.
Yeah.
Right.
Old
And,
people.
and that is the elderly.
Yeah.
People in their 60s and above.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in your 80s.
Yeah.
But at that point, people die over almost anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ever been into a retirement home? Those fucking rooms are in and out with people, for real.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, because I go into at least one of them every day, and like these people they just
Yeah. Visiting one of your many girlfriends.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When I talk about impregnating all my girlfriends, it's like I just have elderly women
That would be
on the verge of death.
That would be sweet if you had like a really old girlfriend. You could come in here all day. Nothing's happening.
Right, and you know what's beautiful is like I really connect with 60 and older too on a whole nother level because they finally get it. They lived the whole life.
No, you know what it is. You know what you and the elderly have in common. Both of you babble, and you're just grateful somebody wants to listen.
Right? Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? Pretty much. That's the truth.
Then, if you can easily spot that someone else has been vaccinated, you can remove your mask.
Well, we're doing it because it's a professional look. We're at work right now and we deal in the public space, so we do try and encourage the message for people to feel still comfortable.
Because
What a douchebag! What a douchebag!
He talks like a corporate memo.
Right, and he said it as an effect, like he's talking down on other people too, which is like the biggest douche move ever.
And that's the worst thing about all this too is just the amount of of
douchery.
Yeah, people want to be pious. They want to be high and mighty on their little moral soapbox.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. The moral soapbox has been the worst it's ever been.
Yeah, it's really exposed. About half of this country is like
it's selfish assholes.
Insanely, I mean, they're just like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like just pious. You know what I mean? Like just wanting to.
No, it's pseudo piety.
Yeah.
Where it's just it's all fake and it's really like a boost their ego. Like look at how great I am.
Right.
Like I care about the rest of the world when you're just most informed people.
I'm not wearing this for me. This is for you and your safety.
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was right. We're all in this together. And,
how annoying was that?
Oh yeah, and also too in the beginning, remember like this is the new normal.
Yeah.
And then you really think about it when you understand the whole agenda behind these people that do all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like that is just totally like a cult programming.
Yeah.
It's programming to accept this as reality in the new normal.
Yeah, and people so quickly bought into it.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So many people were like, "Yeah, let's just give up our basic liberties just for this like little minute bit of safety."
And also too, then everything that was coming out of the mainstream was completely overinflated and also just complete lies.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It's totally sad.
That's why I still wear my mask.
I haven't gotten my second dose yet, so I know I'm like not fully vaccinated.
Dork.
So I'm like not fully vaccinated.
I don't know. I was like fully vaccinated.
I told him just give me that whole vial, and I'm just gonna snort it like cocaine on the table.
Like I think everyone should be like wearing their masks or something.
Yeah,
I
I should just make cloth and just put it in like a turban or something. Like I don't know. I think it'll look good.
Ugh.
A little more safe as my mask is falling down.
And then, by the way, touching your mask constantly with your dirty hands, and then like readjusting it. What do you think's on your hands?
Right, as if this little like half inch that it goes is gonna make or break.
Yeah, that like because that constant like air getting into like right here where the mask is on your nose. Like it defeats the purpose of wearing it.
Yeah.
If you lift it down for a second, that defeats the whole point of wearing the mask.
Or you don't think air is going in underneath or on the sides or anything? Come on.
Give me a fucking break. By the way, you can get COVID by touching your eyes. That's the other thing.
Right.
You can if you rub your
how many? Look at your eyes next time. There's so many blood vessels right here.
I would love if they came up with masks for your eyes.
Yeah.
Everybody's masks on their eyes, masks on their face.
Dude, we'll look like I hope that the future like people understand. They watch my documentaries, they get everything.
Yeah, of course.
And then they look back on this and be like, God, you guys are such idiots.
Yeah.
You guys are such retards.
Yeah, download Derek Flicks.
Yeah.
It's a new streaming service.
Yeah.
Of autistic documentaries.
Right, then I have the adult version where it's just me jerking off.
When I'm not working, I do tend to keep my mask down in public. But we
Good
are
for
also
you.
encouraging people that if they
Right,
go
and
into
this
our
is also like the
businesses-
douche look. He got the Under Armour. He's got that type of hat on.
Yeah,
just like
he is
the douche look. He's like, like he probably like has a boat with his friends.
These really are Matrix people.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary.
Dude, it is scary. It really is.
we still want our business owners and all of the patrons for those businesses to feel comfortable.
Indoors is
Well,
what
dude,
concerns
like,
me.
feel comfortable. It's so uncomfortable when you just see a person only with eyes interacting with you. It's fucking uncomfortable.
Like movie theaters.
This idea too, by the way, that you get everybody, because I've heard that, like, people talk about, oh, I just want to feel comfortable. And first of all, leaving your house, right? You shouldn't feel comfortable at all. Driving in a car on the highway is very uncomfortable.
Or, dude, it's the same thing. Like, wearing this mask is like if someone came into a restaurant wearing a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Would you feel very comfortable? You'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Same thing with this person wearing a mask. Instead of feeling comfortable, I'm thinking, what is going on?
Life is
It's like a threat.
uncomfortable. You're not
Right.
supposed to be comforted at every
Right.
moment of your
Well, dude,
existence.
that just shows how babied everyone is.
Ah.
That's why I'm telling you, when they pull the plug, is everyone's gonna be so duped and babied.
Yeah.
Dude, even the director of the CIA, William Colby, who was murdered, but anyway, he has a quote that he says.
Say alleged. Say alleged.
Oh, alleged.
Yeah, that way we don't get
Oh,
to
yeah, it was
Just say-
allegedly. He allegedly died on a kayak. Okay, whatever. but yeah, he. I was gonna say, he has a quote that he says, "Our plan will not be complete till all Americans believe what we say, and all of it is false."
Yeah.
Like it's not the exact quote, but there's a quote out there like that. So where he's saying that, yes, our agenda is to lie to people to the point where everything they believe is a lie. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know.
The idea of being able to go to concerts or things like that.
But I feel like at this point, if you're fully
Does it say
vaccinated,
Old Bay, like the seasoning?
I think it is. It says easing on the end of it there.
That's fucking weird.
and outside and being responsible with your distance. I
Oh,
think it's okay to
responsible!
not
Just
wear
throwing
a
these
mask.
words out there.
walked out of the
Responsible.
store, so
I'm highly irresponsible. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I don't. First of all, I have no set of responsibility towards another human being.
Right.
If you're not somebody I'm fucking or my dog or my
Yeah.
parents, I don't give a shit about
Right,
you.
exactly.
All right.
You can just go fuck off. At
God,
this point.
this idea that we're all in this together. You need to be blowing. Unless you're fucking blowing me, I
Yeah.
don't care about
Right,
you.
you don't
honestly.
mean anything to me at that point in time.
God damn.
I just always forget to take it off, but I think it's pretty safe to not wear it when you're in like a not crowded area.
When I go in the store, so I just leave it on. I don't want to wear no mask.
Wait, what did he say?
I think he just contradicted himself.
Yeah, he's like,
I just leave it on because I don't want to wear no mask.
Yeah.
It's like,
That was
what?
weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough about masks. I just.
I know, it is retarded.
It's exhausting.
It is
and
exhausting.
Some days I feel like, we're out of this bullshit. I don't have
Yeah.
to think about it anymore. But then I see idiots still wearing it.
I know, it's fucked up.
And I'm just like, are you people kidding me?
Yeah, I
So-
know. It's